And I did a series called Reclaiming Ritchie.
Okay.
So there's a neighborhood in Ottawa. So obviously when the lockdown happened, I I told myself, if you're gonna be locked down somewhere, you're gonna be locked down with all your siblings and your family. So I took my new equipment and went back to my hometown, hunkered
Yeah.
down with them. And I did a series on the black men in the neighborhood, because this neighborhood is not looked upon fondly. Like
Okay.
if there's any kind, it's known for high crime, and um, it's not the best neighborhood in the city. And if it's in the news or something, it's for the wrong reasons, right?
Yeah.
So everybody knows the name of the neighborhood. It's called Ritchie. So if you hear Ritchie, it's like, oh, that's a scary place, right? So that's where we live. That's where we grew up. That's you know. So I did a series of black men in that neighborhood, including my brother and all his friends. And these are kids that I've seen growing up and that I had to
Yeah.
babysit, and that
Yeah.
so that connection is there. So this is after the murder of George Floyd. So
Okay.
that tension is there. What's going on? We're seeing what's going on in America. We're having our own protests in Ottawa and around the country. So I asked him a question. I said, "Have you ever gone through a racist experience?" And the stories that came out were very eye-opening,
Mhm.
because it's like mundane, everyday life. Like just buying pizza from a store turns into a racist incident because this is a reality. So, for example, let me tell you that story. There was a boy who was in one of the boys I took photos of. He was in the pizza line in a pizza shop,
Okay.
and the deal is if you get two slices of pizza, you get a free drink. So he knows he's going to order two slices of pizza. There's like two people in front of him. He's like, let me just grab my drink and wait in line with my drink, right? So he went to grab the drink, and other people in line started yelling. Like one person in particular, because the owner went to the back to get the pizza. He's stealing the drink, he's stealing. The owner comes to the front and says, "You get out, just get out." And he's like, "But I was just grabbing a drink." "No, get out. You can't steal." And he didn't get his pizza. And to find somewhere else to eat.
Yeah.
So that's like
Huh.
it's one of the stories that came up. There's another one where one of this actually happened to my brother, where he got a test back and it said 100%. He was so happy, and it said, "Come see me." I was like, "Okay, let me go to the teacher. I wonder what he wants to see, what he wants to talk about."
Yeah.
So the teacher says, "This is really well written. This is too good for you to write."
Really.
And yeah, it's too good for you to write this. This is
Yeah.
100%. And my brother felt all these emotions. He's like, a part of me felt really good because I didn't work that hard on it. And he's like, I wrote it in like one night, and he's like, it's so good. Another part was very offended. Like,
Yeah. Right.
yeah, I think I'm smart. I think I am good enough, right?
Yeah.
But this is where there's issues in the system, because my brother calls my dad goes to the principal. The principal says, "You know what? Why don't we just let this teacher remark it?" The mark, he remarks it to a 60%, the same essay.
From like
Because
100 to 60.
yeah, 160. He's like, "I'm gonna remark it to," that's what the principal decided. He's like, "We're just gonna let him remark it." He remarks it to 60. Fast forward to the end of the year, my brother's being told, "Listen, we don't think this is the right level for you because of your mark, because his mark tanked, right? We think you should be in a lower level English class."
Yeah.
So these are some of the things that are happening to youth in a neighborhood that's not looked on as, the best. So
Yeah.
it kind of shows.
So it kind of like feeds into itself and perpetuates itself.
Yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's not things that these boys can avoid, right?